What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Scotthollywood Outdoors. Today, another quick tackle talk. We're going to be talking about RBT Custom Crankbaits and basically all my hard baits getting ready for the tournament season this year. So stay tuned for that, guys. All right, folks. Welcome back, guys. Another quick tackle talk video here. I'm in the process of moving some baits up to the boat. So I wanted to go ahead and real quick before I did that and show you some of my hard baits that I'm going to be using this year. Most of them are going to be basically, like I said before, RBT Custom Crankbaits. If you guys don't know anything about RBT Custom, Ron Weimer, he's the guy that actually runs this company. And he basically custom paints custom crankbaits, basically. He uses a bunch of different blanks. I mean, he uses like the Baby 1 Minus. He uses the Little John. He uses the Strike King. No, I'm sorry, not Strike King. Lucky Craft 1.5s and 2.5s. He uses the Sammy Topwater. He uses Pop-R poppers. He uses Whopper ploppers. All those blanks, but what makes his baits apart is he custom paints them. So I'm going to go ahead and go over a couple from each category and show you real quick. Also, I'll leave a link in the description below to his Facebook page and his Instagram profile. He also visits a lot of expos and stuff year-round. Matter of fact, I just saw him this last week at the Augusta Fishing Expo, and I got a chance to hang out with him and talk to him for a little while and pick up some more baits. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of them, like I said, from each category. And also, if you guys stay to the end, I think I'm going to do a giveaway as well. So stay tuned for the end for that. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get on into it. I've got, 4 or 5 boxes here that I want to kind of go over real quick. And I'll show you a couple baits from each one. And that we kind of get an idea of what his baits look like. And hopefully go out, like I said, go ahead and reach out to him and pick them up. So let's go back to the one that started it all. This is my square bill box, my 1.5 square bills. So the first bait that actually started it off for me for Ron and RBT Custom Crankbaits, believe it or not, well, actually, no, I got one here that I need to put hooks on, so I'll go ahead and throw this on it. But this is right here, just to give you an example of the quality of baits. This is basically a Lucky Craft 1.5, but custom painted in a bluegill pattern. Now this bait right here is the one bait that basically started it off for me. I think when I first met Ron or heard about Ron, I don't know exactly how I got in touch with him. I think it might have been through one of my tournament, my club partner, Scott Favors. You know, who's actually my tournament partner now. He's known Ron for many years, and he kind of turned me on to it. And I just picked up like 2 or 3 baits, and I think the one that I picked up the most of was this bait right here, because it was supposedly fire on the Potomac. And boy, I tell you what, that first year was amazing. Not only me, but my buddy Ty from Fast and Furious. He was killing them on this in the Potomac. And believe it or not, I actually caught my PB, one of my PBs on Smith Lake on this exact lure right here. Now, I'll leave a link to the description to that video in the, at the end of this, so you can watch that video. And here's a picture of that fish right here. I'll go ahead and show it to you. Yeah, this is over almost 8-pound fish caught on a little 1.5 in the middle of the summer. So yeah, so that's just an inkling right there. Let me kind of go ahead and show you. I mean, this is my 1.5 box. Let me see if I can do this now. All these baits up here, these are all RBT custom painted. Here you go. Here's like one in a perch pattern. Look at that, beautiful. Here we go. This is like this is in a almost looks like almost like a blueback herring in a way, but not so much. But basically a shad pattern right there. There you go, right there. We got one. Here's one in a rainbow trout pattern. Show that to you real quick. Look at that, beautiful. And like I said, these are all basically Strike King, not Strike King, Lucky Craft 1.5s. Let me go ahead and show you some of my ones that I'm going to be using this year for summer or for springtime. These are the crawl patterns. Look at these beautiful crawls. I mean, tell me if that ain't gorgeous. Let this out here. Look at that. That's beautiful. Awesome. There's one. This is actually one of this year's model. This is one of this year's models. There you go. Look at that right there. Beautiful. That's one of this year's colors. So yeah, I can't wait to get out there and start throwing these things. Here's another one that's in a little kind of a darker crawl pattern. Look at that one right there. Beautiful. Yeah, so those are my crawl patterns. So I'll be definitely throwing those. I'll be definitely throwing those in the spring. And here's something I want to show you too, real quick. This one actually I got to replace because it's got some damage to it. But this is the old famous chartreuse with black back. Look at that. So that right there is the RBT Custom, and this is a regular Strike King. So another thing about his baits is his baits are rattling. You know, so all these are rattling. This is rattling. This is rattling, and these are the Strike Kings that are silent right there. So, you know, if they're kind of in a finesse mode, I'll go ahead and switch back over to the Strike King and throw the silent run-ins. But all his baits are rattling. But yeah, so there you go. That's the 1.5s right there. Let me go ahead and show you the 2.5s real quick. I'll go ahead and show these to you as well. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can see. Same thing. Look at this nice crawl pattern right there. Beautiful. Yep. Same thing. There's your green with chartreuse back right there, or green chartreuse with black back. And we got a couple. Same thing here. We got the old faithful. There you go right there. That's the bluegill pattern. So as you see, I don't have as many 2.5s. I don't throw the 2.5s as much. But I do throw them. So that's it on the square bills. That's the bait that started it all for me on RBT. So let's go ahead and put those aside. Get those out the way real quick. And I'm going to show you the next big thing with him that I've been throwing. I had great success on it last year, and that's going to be on this. Basically on the finesse crankbait. So again, I don't know if you guys recognize this bait right here. This is a Little John in the red crawl, cherry crawl pattern. Now this bait right here was the bait we were throwing last year on the Chickahominy during the pre-fishing time, and we were catching fish like crazy. Matter of fact, Scott, my partner, he caught damn near a 6-pounder, I think, in pre-fishing. And I was starting catching them on this as well. It ended up being a spinnerbait bite in the end, but we did, you know, catch a lot of fish on this bait right here. And as you can see, again, I'll go ahead and show you some of the colors I got for this year. These are all basically just smaller crankbaits here, but right here, these are all Little Johns. You can see I got a bunch of crawl patterns right here, here. I've got of course, I've got the custom bluegill. I'll definitely be using that. I've got some shad pattern ones right here, which I'm going to be using probably out on Smith Mountain Lake for the Big Bass Tour. Yeah. And here we go. Here's one that's basically another like a perch pattern, kind of a translucent one right there. And so that's the Little John. So I've been basically, this is kind of the next, you know, especially this time of year as it gets. Let me go ahead and put this up a little bit so you can see me. Especially this time of year, you know, the flat-sided. So I'm going to be using this little box right here in the next month or two for sure. But yeah, so we covered so far the Lucky Craft 1.5, the 2.5, and the Little John, and all custom painted. Now, in addition to that, he does do some Topwater stuff as well. So I'm going to show you real quick some of the Topwater he's got. Here you go. You guys are familiar with Sammy baits? There you go. Here's a custom RBT Sammy. He puts a little feather on the back of it there. There's one color there. Here's another one. All right, I said I apologize for this. Like I said, this is going to be real fast because I'm just kind of wanting to throw something out to you guys and show you these baits. But here you go. Here's another beautiful Sammy right there. Again with the feather. This one's got a little purple on it. Awesome paint jobs there. He does also do some whopper ploppers. I've got this one here is just a basic bone color, and actually right here is one that I still have tied on. It's like a little frog pattern right there. That's another. I've caught fish on this very bait basically last year. So I guess I got to get some more of his whopper ploppers. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I tried to get some at the Augusta show and he was sold out of them. So definitely got to hit him up for those. But yeah, so those are some of his Topwater baits. And let me see. He also does, where the heck is it? Let me see. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, there we go. Also does some poppers. Here's a couple, here's one of his poppers. And again, the bluegill pattern right there. Got one in a green chartreuse color right here. Same thing, custom painted. And this is interesting, I'm gonna show you. This is I can't remember what he actually called this. I have to look it up again, but this is basically just a like a baby 1- and a frog pattern here. So you see it's got the little lip on it. But what he does is he goes ahead and adds a skirt to the back of it. And I tell you what, I thought it was kind of gimmicky at first, but I tell you what, last year in the Potomac, probably in like May or June, basically in May or June before, so basically back in May and June before the grass got too high up, I would run this basically right below the surface of the water, because like I said, it is a baby 1-, and above the grass. So in that 6 inches of water, basically, man, the fish were just coming out and just slamming this thing. Something they didn't see. And then you got to reel this thing real slow, like with a with the little spinning rod, because if you reel it too fast, it starts getting kind of wonky on it. But if you just do a real slow retrieve on it, that thing was actually pretty sweet there. So that's that bait. I don't have my chatterbait box with me. It's already upstairs. But he also does chatterbaits. He does spinner baits. Some nice spinner baits that are basically feather based. So instead of like a rubber skirt on it, it has a feather on it. Same with the chatterbaits. And those are awesome baits. Again, all these baits you can, like I said, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description below. Down in you can see his Facebook page. He doesn't have an actual website. He does sell most of his baits through Facebook. He accepts PayPal, all those different pay stuff. And like I said, he does do a lot of shows. So I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to show you. Like I said, I don't want this to be too long. But what I'm going to do for you guys, since I actually did see him this weekend at the show, he went ahead and gave me another box, another little RBT Custom gift pack box here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and give this away. That's right, another giveaway, Scotthollywood Outdoors giveaway. So basically all you got to do is just make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you leave a comment below. Tell me that what you guys think about RBT Custom Baits. And if you guys seen any of my other videos that I've fished these, go ahead and basically leave a little comment. Tell me what you guys thought about it, what you guys think of the baits, and I'll go ahead and put you in the drawing for this little box right here. It's got 5 baits in it right there. May not be these 5 exact baits. I can go ahead and mix and match, and we'll go from there. But you're gonna have 5 custom RBT custom crankbaits in there. I'll make sure you get a Topwater, a square bill, a medium diver, and I'll even, like I said, it'll be a little John in there. So yeah, that's it. So giveaway, RBT Customs. All you gotta do is be subscribed to my channel. Make sure you drop, well, that's the other thing. Make sure you like this video and make sure you leave a comment. So you gotta be subscribed to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment below, and you will be entered in the giveaway for this 5-pack RBT Custom gift pack. And I think that's about it, guys. I got to get back and keep moving, put some stuff in the boat. I've got some more stuff that I'll go over with you. I'll do that in another video coming up. And I pretty much think that's it, guys. So without further ado, like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you go and leave a comment. And you'll be in that giveaway. But other than that, make sure you subscribe, and we'll get out of here. This is Scotthollywood Outdoors, and that's a wrap.